the guys and goddesses that's tuning in right now to this YouTube university. Alright, so I've been talking to y'all about weather control and weather technology. In this video, I want to show y'all a little bit more of that. I'm gonna make a couple more videos. I'm not gonna make this video too long, but I just want to point out to y'all the difference between these telephone poles and weather making machines. Alright, so look right here. This, you see these 3 poles, people? Weather making technology right there. Alright, now notice the difference from that machinery compared to this right here, which would be a regular telephone pole. Regular telephone pole right there that we coming up on. The regular telephone poles are wooden. This is where we receive all our GPS from. Satellite technology that they're telling you about, your reception for your cell phone, internet service, whole nine. Right here from these old telephone poles, right here, same telephone poles been around forever. So notice with the telephone poles, they have wooden beams with these wiring lines connected to them. Over these wiring lines is how your cell phones connect. All right, but what they have been telling us the last couple years is that we don't receive our reception for our cell phones and our TV antennas and all of that. They make it seem like that comes from a satellite up in the sky, but we don't have any satellites up in the sky. That's another lie that these humans have told. Look at these telephone poles. Look at them. Look how basic they are compared to weather making technology that they are using to control the weather with and create the snow. All right, make it blizzard, create the winter. Telephone poles. Look at them. Telephone poles. All right, that look completely different than this machinery right next to it. And I just want to point this out to y'all because a lot of people be asking, like, well, they say they got weather making technology, and how are they doing it? What are they using? Right? So I want to show y'all how this truth is hidden in plain sight every day. The signs of this invasion is all around us, but we don't question. We don't ask, what is this machinery? What are these towers? What are they really for? We don't do that. We just ride past the stuff and assume, oh, it's a 5G tower. Oh, it's a 4G tower. This is where we get our reception from. It speeds up our internet or nah, that's all bullshit. And we here to decode the bullshit, people. So I've been telling y'all, and I'm gonna keep making videos about it, breaking this down to you guys about weather control and technology and these weather making machines. All right, and how they really operate. Right now we just riding through nature, which is what we need to get back to, which is what the planet is going back to as it continues to rise in frequency. But I'm waiting to wait for some more weather making towers to come up to show y'all, because y'all seeing enough telephone poles right now. All right, these are all telephone poles that they built back in the 60s, 50s. This is where all of our, once again, internet reception for our cell phones come from. All right, not satellites, people. This is why whenever you get in an area, think about it, right? Have y'all ever noticed, like, whenever you get in an area where there's not a lot of telephone poles, notice the reception on your phone gonna be low. 0 to no reception because there ain't no telephone poles around you. All right, now ask yourself this: if it's satellites in the sky and we really getting all of our internet connections and all of our imagery from satellites in the sky, then why is it that when you ride anywhere on the earth, you losing reception on your phone, on your cell phone? Remember, it's satellites in the sky, and they saying that the satellites orbit the earth, so that means they are looking over the entire earth. So there should be no place that you ride in the goddamn world where you losing reception. But we all know any road trip your ass take, you get too far out, you start losing motherfucking reception. All right, and I'm telling you why. So the whole satellite thing was another motherfucking lie, along with the 5G towers. All right. Look at this clip, blue sky too. Remember I was telling y'all this is how the sky's supposed to look every day, clear. No clouds. Clouds are man-made, okay? No cold weather. It should be hot all the time. Our planet is naturally tropical, and this is what we are returning to with the return of this second son, aka the Son of God, all right, or what scientists are trying to call this planet X or Nibiru. All right, so as we ease toward this transition, I know a lot of y'all been talking about December 21st, because the scientific community has been making it well known that December 21st is when these celestial bodies will start aligning. We have been seeing a lot of the fires been tearing up California, the locusts all over the planet right now, flooding. 95% of Asia is currently underwater as we speak. So understand, gods and goddesses, that this planet was taken from us by these human beings. We know who the human beings are. You know, your Caucasians, your Asians, your Dravidians, your Mexicans, and your Arabs. So when we talking about why I have black, there you go, y'all see that weather making technology, y'all see it? That's completely different than those telephone poles. Pay attention, people. That's completely different than those telephone poles. We're gonna see some more of them though. And we ride past these towers every day of our life without asking questions, because they have our brains wired like fucking robots, right? So we just get up, go to work, go to school, come home. All right, we don't pay attention to our surroundings, and that's why our ancestors created the saying, "To be aware is to be alive." All right, so you got to understand what these beings did. All right, they have these machines, all Mississippi, all down here in the South, and even over in certain continents, right? And what they do is these machines make these clouds. All right, and in these clouds they have chemicals and crystals within them. So as the machines, these weather making machines, make these clouds and push these clouds out up into the atmosphere, all right, what happens is as these clouds begin to go out over the atmosphere of the planet, all right, they bypass all of these weather making towers, which they have all over the planet. They are in every city, every town, every state, every country. All right, these weather making towers. And what happened is these weather-making towers have electromagnetic frequencies that they send out that activates the crystals in the clouds. And what happens is once these weather-making towers activate the crystals in these fake man-made clouds, these fake man-made clouds, that's where we getting our chill from. That's where the cold fronts come from. That's where our winter come from. That's how they are making it snow. That's how they create this entire atmosphere. All right. And they have been doing this since they landed in 1492. But after December 21st, it's over with. It's over with, people. All right. We have been breaking these time spells, their money spells, all these spells that they placed over us to keep us from powering up and keep our DNA from being repaired as being broken, because the planet is fighting back. The planet is eradicating these parasitical beings off of her. Because we, as the gods and goddesses, the blacks and Latinos, we are nothing but organisms of the planet. I keep telling you, the planet is alive, right? The planet has veins, the planet has ley lines. Look at the beautiful birds in the sky. All right, clear skies, beautiful sun. That's the original, the natural realm of the planet, the way it's supposed to look. All right, another weather-making tower right there, people, coming up. Pay attention, right there. Notice it looks completely different than your telephone poles. All right, that's because they are not used, but they telling you these are 5G towers and 4G towers, but they are not. Those are the towers that they are using to activate the crystal particles in these man-made clouds. This is what makes the atmosphere cold. Look at them all over there. And when you go in inner cities, you'll see them even more. Look at them, they everywhere. They're everywhere, people. They everywhere. Even these little ones right here are part of the weather-making towers. These little metal ones, yes, that's what they right there for. Now, once we get on this highway, you're gonna see even more of them, and that's what I'm trying to show y'all real quick. And definitely, the closer you get to any inner city, you'll see a lot of them. But yeah, these are the towers they are using to create the clouds, and the clouds is the reason. Yeah, you make a left. The clouds are the reason that the planet gets cold. There go a weather-making tower right there. In my last video, I made a quick introduction video to weather-making technology, and I was telling you guys the difference between these telephone poles and these weather-making towers. All right, so some of you been like commenting on my YouTube videos asking me about the weather-making towers and where are they located. All right, so If you ever heard the old saying, the truth is hidden in plain sight, or if you want to hide something from somebody, hide it right in their face, this is what these human beings do, because they know they have programmed us and dumbed us down to the level of numbness. All right? So, I just want to point these things out to you because you ride past them every day. So right here to my right, you look at the camera, that's a weather making tower. This is a good one right here. This big one right here, y'all. I'm gonna point these things out to you because you ride past them every day. So right here to my right, you look at the camera, that's a weather making tower. This is a good one right here. This big one right here, y'all see that one? Weather making tower, right there. All right. Now, keep in mind that they tell us that these are 5G towers and 4G towers, all right? And that and that this is where you're getting your internet connections from, and you know, it helps speed up your internet connection, or your television, or your Wi-Fi, or your reception on your phone. This is what they teach us, but they lying through their teeth. They lying, y'all, like they always lying. They have never told us the truth about us, all right? Let's look at this telephone pole right here. That's a telephone pole. That's where we are getting all our reception from. Alright? And we all know that they started building those telephone poles back in the 50s and the 60s, alright? So the reason they tell us that we receive all our reception from these satellites in the sky is because it keeps us blind to the truth, people. It just keep us blind to the truth. Let's talk about it. Let's be honest. All right? Just keep us blind to the truth. All right? Because if you believe that you receive all your reception and on your phone and things like that from satellite dishes that circle the Earth, then that takes you out of tune with what's going on right in front of your face, right here on this plane, on this planet that they are calling Earth. All right? Satellites are allegedly orbit the Earth, so they say. That's what they taught us, right? The satellites orbit the Earth. Okay, so ask yourself this: if satellites orbit the Earth above you, meaning they're in the air, why is it that you can drive certain locations when you travel in state to state, or in certain places, and you will lose reception? All right. If you are looking at the geographical terrain of the Earth or the map or a globe, and you know how they have satellites circling the globe, then you should know right there that don't make no goddamn sense. That don't make no motherfucking sense. Alright? If these satellites orbiting the Earth, you should never run out of reception. You should never have a weak signal. But we all know you can't even go to a certain location in your motherfucking house without getting a weak signal. Alright? This is because all of our signal, reception, internet, everything is coming from telephone poles, which are landlines, right? Because they are using the natural electricity out of the earth, out of the ground of the earth. Alright? Just like, there go another weather making tower. Just like actual electricity, people, you see it? Actual electricity comes from the earth, alright? Comes out of the earth, not from the sky. Alright? And I'll be decoding and breaking all the fuckery down as we keep posting more videos. But what happens is they create these clouds with these cloud making machines. Alright, we supposed to have clear skies. Like right here has a clear sky with a bright sun. That's the natural atmosphere of our planet, people. Right? You have to understand, before these human beings landed and invaded our planet along with these reptilians, we never experienced the cold day. We have naturally, our planet is a binary planet, people. That means it has two suns. And every planet in our star system is a binary planet. Alright? This is why on certain movies they always show you two suns, like on the movie Riddick. Okay? So you have to ask yourself, where is our second sun at? It was blew out of our atmosphere, alright? There go another weather making tower. Alright? They blew our second sun up out of our atmosphere. Okay, when they invaded us and took over. By knocking that second sun out, it knocked our planet off balance. It messed up the electromagnetic field of the planet, making our planet wobble, knocking it off balance, along with every being and creature living on the planet. So you have to realize that when they invaded us, they understand that our bodies, our avatars cannot function properly in cold weather. All right, we work the best in tropical weather. All right. That's why they came and made the planet cold, because the cool weather actually strengthens them. The sun kills them. So they created these clouds, these man-made clouds. They create them a few times a week. All right, and they have chemical particles in these clouds, and they use these weather-making towers, which you see are everywhere, especially when you riding down the highway. You'll see them good, or when you're in the inner city. But they are in every city and in every town, and in every town. But these weather-making towers that we ride past every day, this is what they use. They turn the frequency up on these weather-making towers, and what happens is these weather-making towers then activate the crystals within these man-made clouds. Once these crystals get activated, they then can make it snow. They can make it rain. These crystals also make the atmosphere colder. They also use these crystals to create fake lightning storms. Okay, I keep repeating to y'all. Lightning is nothing but plasma, which is what runs through our body, and real lightning comes from the ground. It comes from the ground up, not from the sky down. Any lightning you ever see from the sky down, man-made. Y'all see that little cloud trail right there in the sky? All right. It's really clear skies right now, but you see a couple cloud trails, all right? They do this with the chemtrails. And if y'all pay attention, y'all will notice every day you'll see little planes flying in the sky, spraying shit. Those are chemtrails. Those chemtrails help to further freeze up the planet and keep the atmosphere cool, as well as block out the true UV rays of the sun, which empowers the blacks and Latinos, because we are children of the sun, all right? I have an actual Facebook lecture coming up. I know a lot of y'all be tuning in to my Facebook live feeds all around the world right now. And we have a Facebook lecture live coming up this Sunday about the origin story of human beings and the planet. So I definitely want y'all to tune into that, so that y'all don't get, y'all can keep up with what's going on. Things can make sense when I'm using terms like invasion and things of that nature. If you don't know the origin story, then you will be completely lost right now with what I'm saying. There go another weather-making tower right there in front of y'all. All right? So you got to ask yourself, what the fuck is all of that? All right? And you don't ask that, you just be driving past it every day. But that's what they are using to make it cold on our atmosphere. All right? And these machines are weird. These weather-making towers, I don't like to use the word weird, but when we talk about machinery, they definitely stand out. Pay attention to telephone poles and then pay attention to them. They stand completely out. All right? So, here's another one coming up. I'm going to show y'all this one, then we're going to end the video. But I just want to make this video real quick. As you know, this is just another part to this introduction to weather-making control and weather-making technology, and breaking down to you how the weather impacts us physically, metaphysically as well. Here goes another one right there. Y'all see it? It's another one right there, all right? So a lot of us don't understand how electricity flow. There go more of them right there, all right? So, as we begin to understand and learn more about the way electricity really flow in our atmosphere, things make sense. There go Jesus sign. Notice what color they use in yellow. Remember we talked about these colors and how they impact your soul and how they affect your chakras. Alright? So yes, just understand, my people, that these beings have created these clouds, they have created this weather, and they have been using it to hinder us, but that will no longer work. Alright, as the second sun gets closer and closer to our atmosphere, you will notice that it is getting warmer, and all around the world, the ice blocks are melting. They're calling it global warming. People are awakening. Fires are breaking out all over California. This is because of the second sun returning. Alright? Remember, they gave you hints in their Bible. How was the world destroyed the first time? Through flood and through the water. Alright? These human beings, along with these reptilians, caused the first pole shift, made the earth flood. Alright? And when they told you how would it be ended and destroyed in Revelations, they said by fire, right? That fire will be us. The Kundalini energy, the blue flame, the blue fire that's within us, the guys and Latinos, along with the second sun returning. Alright, so this is what they meant when they said in the Bible, in Revelations, when they was talking about the return of the Son of God. Alright, they got y'all looking for a white dude in the clouds. They was not talking about that's not what they was really talking about. Alright, the Bible is broken down in parables. So the sun meant sun as an S-U-N, literally, which was our second sun that has been blasted out of our atmosphere. Alright, so they hide the truth in plain sight, people. Let's get back within ourselves and continue to meditate, continue to strengthen ourselves. We will all be shifting. We are going through a planetary shift. right? Don't try to force this information on anyone. If it's for their soul to grasp it, they will grasp it. If not, then they won't. All right, but regardless of who grasps it or who gets what, we all see what's going on this planet right now. All right, so to all the gods and goddesses, this 500-year invasion these beings have cast over us and our people, killing our people since they landed, jailing us. All right, all that's over with. You know, no more man-made laws, no more religions, no more nuclear weapons, no more killing of innocent animals and forcing us to eat them and wear them as clothing and stuff like that. Now we rise, my people. Now we rise. Now we rise. Alright, and we need to continue to spread information. We cannot rise in frequency or dimension. Knowledge is the gateway to rising. We can't rise without information. And information is what they have kept hidden from us. Alright, we perish from a lack of knowledge of self. Alright, so with that being said, peace to all the guys and goddesses tuning in, and I leave as I come.